What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, joined by a couple special guests for today's video. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Aiden Kerr. I play drums and paint masks for the band Mushroomhead.
And I'm Jordan Patton. Creator of Dead Neck Studios and sculpted a lot of the masks you see on the table. Not all of them, but most of them here.
And that is exactly what we are going to talk about in today's video. We've got this full spread of masks that you guys are getting to see for the first time right here on the channel. These just came out. These are for the album cycle called The Devil from Mushroomhead, and we're just going to be talking a little bit about the pieces that you see before you. So, how did this kind of come together? What's the story? Why are these special? We got 3 completely new ones.
Yes, sir. We do.
Yeah. So out of the new ones that we've got in the lineup here that have never before been seen, we've got these 2 new dummy heads here. So these are for Scott, frontman of Mushroomhead currently, as well as the newest one for Aiden there on the end, the little alien head.
Super excited about this. It's I wanted a baby skull alien hybrid, and Jordan pulled it off, man. I think this is the best it could have been, and I'm really thrilled to have something that suits me well.
So when you guys conceptualize this together, you tell him what you want. Do you draw something first, or do you just sketch it in clay and say, hey, am I going the right way?
Aiden came to me with a rough concept on what it was that he actually wanted for this piece. So he had the baby skull idea in his head, and he was kind of going back and forth between baby skull or alien head. So we kind of met in the middle, kind of meshed them 2 together, and we just tossed things back and forth as the sculpt was going on until he was happy with where it was at. And then once that was going, we slapped the plaster on it and molded it up. Here we are.
And with you being a mask artist yourself, how much do you think that thing is going to change now that it's in your hands?
Well, the biggest difference is going to be the crown. It's just going to keep evolving and morphing. I've got some really fun ideas that I'm still working on, trying to get some prototypes out, and hopefully by the fall tour I'll have something solid for a new crown design. But
it's gonna be fucking sick.
Yeah.
That's what you told me what it was.
Right.
It's gonna be cool.
I've seen Aiden's crown work before, and it's definitely his signature thing. It's pretty cool. So that's a completely new sculpt.
Yes.
These 2 are completely new sculpts.
Yes.
This is similar to something that exists. It's like an evolution.
So this is the 2nd generation of the dummy on the end there. So that was the first mask that I had done for Scott, and he's been rocking that since before the new album cycle. Actually, he's done that on all the live shows for the past maybe year to year and a half or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was time for him to get the new one to go along with the new album cycle. So technically speaking, I guess they're both called the Devil dummy masks, but this is the newest one right here being
the V2, man.
Yeah.
So what did he tell you he wanted different on this, and how did you incorporate that?
So the direction for this one was basically just to make it a more sinister, evil version of the first one. So when I was thinking about that, I was thinking, Deadite, Evil Dead or something like that.
Yeah.
Just instantly make someone, more evil and aggressive, but still keeping the same general nature of it. So that was kind of the direction with these guys, and you can really tell with this one here with throwing the blood and the nails into it and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just kind of cracked the face around a little bit, made it a little more sinister, added some teeth to the front of it there, just to, give it more of that menacing look.
Cool. So the rest we've seen sculpturally.
Yes.
But they have updated paint jobs that are being debuted here.
Yep. These are all new paint jobs, and most of my inspiration comes from Jordan, so it's real awesome to be working on these sculpts and put my own take on them.
He's been slaying it lately. Like I told him earlier, it was every few weeks I just see his paint game go up and up and up, and he's just killing it.
You ever hit him up for advice? You're like, hey man.
He's taught me a couple things.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, Victor and I will go out to his place, and he'll sit there and he'll paint up a mask, usually one of the new masks, and then I'll paint my magnets or something next to him. So I'm just kind of keeping my eye out, looking at things that I maybe haven't seen done before, and every time I go back home I'm like, oh dude, I learned so fucking much.
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
I want to ask you, just out of my own personal curiosity, since you do multiple things for Mushroomhead, one, where do you find the time? Because I know, I mean, from what I see, all you do is practice. You just practice, practice, practice. And two, is there an approach that you tie together to, like, let's say, like, your mask character and you yourself as an artist on stage? Like, how do those coincide?
Well, I find the time to answer your first question. Just, I mean, it's what I love doing.
Yeah.
So I make the time no matter what, even if I'm painting and practicing till 4 a.m, it's just what feels right, like I absolutely love it. And having a mask that suits me is really important, because when you're on stage, you're playing, you feel the difference with your appearance, like I've worn some masks that maybe didn't suit me so well, and I feel like my energy doesn't quite match up, but having some other masks, it adds to the whole show, just the look, the aesthetic, my mood, like everything. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to rock this.
Yeah,
like,
when you look good, you feel good.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that's the real thing.
Right.
So, since these are, like, obviously being debuted and they're coinciding with the new album, is there a theme that runs with all of them that kind of ties them together, or are they all completely their own thing?
I try to keep them their own thing. We do paint sets that are uniform sometimes, but I've been trying to stray away from that and kind of suit the mask, do what fits that specific mold.
Yeah.
And then try to keep like one staple. Like the staple with all these is the black X's for most of them. A couple of them have white X faces, but I try to keep one staple consistent through all the sets.
You guys want to pick your favorite mask on the table?
I think, dude, I fucking love this.
You're biased, man.
And I can't say that it's not my favorite, but this is definitely a second.
Oh, hell yeah.
The skinny back here?
Yeah, the skinny proto.
Yeah. Very cool. I love the glossy X's on this one. It kind of makes it stand out against that, like, matte bone.
Yeah, and like I said, that was a last minute decision. Like the mohawk, they were doing hair, and I just saw some little resin bones, so I started sharpening them up.
Yeah.
It's like 2 a.m, and I'm just like,
It
fuck
worked
it.
out well coming
Yeah.
through the top of the skull. I mean, bone and bone.
Right.
Yeah, super, super cool. Jordan, your favorite?
I mean, just because it's fresh in my mind right now, this guy, but before that, just because I mostly do monsters and whatnot, this was like a fresh new thing for me to do, was something more like hard surfaced and statuesque. So I mean, that one, sculpturally, that one's got my heart, just because I haven't really done anything like that before.
Yeah.
It's more like, portrait-esque or statuesque.
Yeah, I love that. The first time that I saw any of those, I was like, that's a super cool sculpt,
Oh, yeah,
for
thanks,
sure.
man. What
Man,
about you?
I really, really like that one, but I also like Aiden's, and I'm like tied to Aiden's sentimentally because we're friends. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I have like an established connection with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, those Aiden's stuff, I still think I prefer the old style.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking cool. It's
Yeah,
grown
it's just
on
like,
me.
yeah, it's like makes me think of like Skullhead face from Guar and stuff.
Okay.
Like that,
Yeah, I
just
can
the
see that.
proportions and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, anytime you're throwing your own stuff on there with the crowns and stuff, I think is super cool. But completely new ones, that thing's super sick. I love that, and then the nails sell the Evil Dead thing, so I love that absolutely.
Thanks, man.
They each have their own personality and.
Yeah, when it came to the
Really cool
sculpts,
features.
there wasn't anything that like was supposed to tie them all together. But like he was saying, like when it comes to the paint jobs, that's how you unify them. But everyone had their own general idea on what they wanted to do. Like the Ryan bat mask there, like it was very heavily Hellraiser inspired. We got the Evil Dead inspired dummy here. That was like the Cleveland Guardian statue, but like updated. Yeah, just a bunch of different ones. The original dummy was supposed to be, inspired by the Goosebumps dummy, Slappy.
Yep.
Yeah. So, they've all got their own little personality to them, and then, like Aiden said, just tie them together with the paint jobs, and they kind of all coexist with each other.
You guys want to plug anything before we go?
We're just constantly doing new things with Dead Necks, trying to get the new issue 2 out by next year, hopefully. But,
Cool.
I already said that I'd have it out this year, and it's not here, so It's just a busy world.
You're too busy with everything else,
No
man.
kidding, no kidding.
Jordan literally kills it all the time, constantly. For the 12 years that I've known you,
It's been a while,
always
yeah.
doing stuff. Where can people find you?
Unfortunately, in Parkersburg right now. You can find me on Instagram at Dead Neck Studios, Facebook, just Jordan Patton. Those are my two main locations through there. So if you find anything you like or want to hit me up for, any custom work, just find me on Instagram and shoot me a message.
Aiden?
I'm Illegal Alien AIDS on Instagram, and Facebook is Aiden Kerr. We are on tour right now with Upon a Burning Body, and you can see all these masks hit the stage, and they will be available on the M3 page, Mushroomhead Masks and Memorabilia on Facebook.
I'll drop all that information down below so you guys can go check them out. Make sure to go check out Mushroomhead's new record called The Devil, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this nice debuting of all of these new masks. I think that's pretty cool, and something you probably didn't expect to see on this channel. So, until next time, this has been AJ, Aiden, and Jordan telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to friendship. And we will see you guys in the next one.